Welcome back to the Texas Chain Saw Massacre the game video. Today we're going over the Grapple Rework that was just revealed yesterday and how they're doing it. But also today they revealed a new hands cosmetic. And I will say, I know this is one that's also going to get dogged on. All right, and it's relatively simple. And it costs money. But I don't mind this one.
It's not bad. It's not bad. They took its jacket off.
I'm a big suspenders guy. I support the suspenders look. Now, if it was shirtless suspenders,
I'd buy it twice. Interesting though, not in the content pass.
Yeah.
Not a map in the month of October.
Yeah.
Our October DLC is paid and it's a cosmetic.
Yeah. And since it's not in the content pass, that means we are now at 3 of the 4 DLC outfits that are coming out between now and February. So we're 75% of the way there, and we still have several months to go.
And the content pass has nothing.
Which I guess is good, because now it means from here, other than one more outfit from here on out, except for Leatherface, we're going to get all free outfits.
But not in, spooky month, the month of October.
Yeah,
disappointing. Definitely.
Listen, the month isn't over.
Right.
They could drop another bomb here. Doubt it, because they've been doing monthly updates, and this update's coming out on October 22nd. Okay, that includes the Grapple Rework and this hands outfit.
Yeah.
They're not getting another update out before October. So I guess your Halloween event in the TCM timeline here was Rush Week. We got the pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and cool. And now it's permanent, because I doubt they just remove that stuff
right
after October. So Halloween event year-round.
Okay.
Very exciting. But missed opportunities across the board there. It does suck. They missed the anniversary. No big Halloween event. Yeah, but if you don't have content ready, you don't have content ready. So I hope it doesn't roll. We're getting to the point, we're very close to the industry shutdown. Like when it comes to film and video games, it's not 100% across the board, but a lot of these places just shut down. It wasn't too bad. Well, it kind of was. And look how long that Broken Danny was out. That's what happens, dude. Like, people just don't work in the industry.
Thanksgiving to New Year's.
Yeah, essentially. It's really the week before Thanksgiving and on. Don't expect things to have any sort of quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Unless there's an emergency, they just kind of skedaddle. Which is, it's okay to take time with your family and it's the holidays. I totally get it. But it is, this industry specifically, it is a little weird how...
Extended break.
Yeah, it is just, we're done. See ya. Especially bad in like Hollywood. It's like, nope, we're done. Okay, let's talk about the Grapple Rework, shall we? Let's go through the Community Hub post. They said, players have seen changes to our close encounter system already. Earlier in the life of the Texas Chain Saw Massacre, we made the decision to remove the ability for another fan member to instant kill a victim involved in a close encounter with a teammate. We had made that decision because we felt it was unfair to victim gameplay. With community feedback and our own internal thoughts, we decided to rework grapples in a way we feel makes more sense. Each character will now have a grappling value assigned to them to determine their effectiveness in a close encounter. As a reminder, victim players are able to change their build for close encounters and grapples through their strength attribute point allocation and via certain perks. Okay, so here's essentially this is all you need to know right here. This is the Grapple Rework in a nutshell. You have attribute points across the board here. This is where your default grapple strength is. You see Cook, by the way.
Cook and Nancy are jacked, dude.
Yeah, that's actually not what I expected.
No, I thought Nancy and Cook were going to be towards the bottom. Then Sissy, Hitchy, Johnny Hands.
They got that old strength. That old man-woman strength.
Yeah. Leatherface, though, his bar maxed.
Yeah, when I saw that at first, I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, he can't get close encounter, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, but thank you for making him maxed out. So if they did.
We're including him.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Keep him included. But yeah, you see Cook and Nancy kind of in the middle, Hitches down a little bit. Johnny, very high up there. Hands, very high up there, getting close to Leatherface levels, and Sissy's down at the bottom. And then, of course, the more effective grapplers on the victim side, Anna, Leland, Sunny, and Maria. And then Connie, Julie, Danny, Virginia, all lower. The only person they're above, they're even with Hitchhiker, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then they're all above Sissy. naturally.
Yeah. It was interesting. I saw this and like all the family are all different, but Connie, Julie, Danny, and Virginia are all the same.
Locked in.
Okay.
And so what they're doing here is they're taking some of the most powerful characters or their most powerful abilities and making it where you can't combine that ability with a good grapple play.
Right.
And just kind of limit grapples from like Connie should never beat hands, right? It never made sense. And now realistically she shouldn't. You could still put points into strength and that's a choice you can make and do that and still have a grapple build Connie. But then you're also sacrificing now a lot of proficiency or toughness or whatever it may be. So as a result, in general, this grapple build should lead to more unique builds. Okay. Not everybody just running maxed out proficiency because they're going to win grapples and be able to unlock things quickly. You kind of got to make a choice there because you can lose. Should be less people playing less risky, maybe a little bit more stealth in there. Now, as for how people are going to respond with Anna and Leland and Sunny and Maria, do they stick with high strength builds? How do they focus on it? We'll see. And then I still think we should adjust choose fight in some way, shape, or form. But I'm not saying get rid of it, but I just think the way the perk works should be different. I don't think it should be grapple stuns, but stab stuns that make you stand there like a dork for 15 seconds.
Yeah, that the grapple stun is insanely long at level 3.
Yeah, but at least now it's going to be a little more red. Like the person that I thought you saw it the most with was Julie. I mean, Leland's yes, Anna's yes, but it never made sense for me to have Julie constantly because that was one of the best builds she had was to just grapple and choose fight and run away. And now that should be more limited. So this is a much more of a strategic approach on how to handle grapples. And I see the potential of it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the first change in a while that we both looked at it. We're like, you know what? They're onto something here.
This should have been the launch start and then you tweak it as you go. But yeah, it's on paper, it seems okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I will say that honestly, the most important paragraph to me that came out of this entire post was them addressing macros. They are once again, because it was there at launch. I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but they're once again adding in a button tap cap. Okay. So you will not, if you run a macro, it will hit a max that is still human. You're still possible as a human being to push the button that fast.
Thank God. The PC players that just bind it to their scroll wheel and they just spin it once and it just spins forever. Like that now has a cap to the human ability.
So on the grapple side of things, that is going to make it a fair playing field across the board for those like console and PC players. However, there's a catch to this so far because that button tap cap is only, at least from what they're saying so far, maybe this will change. It's only being applied to grapples.
Right.
Okay. So you can still grab bone scraps. You can still grab unlock tools and things like that. Break out of your restraints at the opening of a game insanely fast. Cheating fast. Okay. And the reason they're keeping it in, this is what they confirmed why they're keeping it macro abilities in, is because of if there's disabilities, right? It's for accessibility reasons, which I get, but just add a cap to everything.
Agreed.
Problem solved. I can't think of a scenario where if you have a cap on everything, it's a big deal.
Right.
And I don't see also if you add a cap to everything, how you can cheat past it without hacking. You know, I don't see how you cheat past it with the macro. So just add it.
Stop the cap. Well, start the cap.
Start the cap. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. The grapple rework isn't something insane. It pretty much lands right in with a lot of people's predictions. Make it attribute based. It is nice, I guess. So you're gonna see more people actually using strength because honestly, strength just doesn't matter right now.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. Now, this will. So and on the family side, of course, this is kind of something they keep reiterating in replies. Family obviously cannot adjust their builds to be better for grapples, but Victim can. So there's that strategy part still coming into play. If you want to be a grapple build, you can be a grapple build. So that's pretty much it.
Right. Yeah. Are more people going to play hands? Are more people going to not see hands, and so they're going to switch to a Connie, a Julie, a Danny instead of having a grapple build because hands and Johnny is not in their game?
Yeah.
Less important.
I'm into strategy gameplay like that. I know this game is meant to be casual. It's not. I mean, it is casual in the sense that there's nothing. It's too RNG based. So because there's so much RNG involved in it, like it's going to be casual as a result. You can't really, I know people do, but you can't really do tournaments with this in a realistic way because RNG is way too involved.
Right.
There's a lot of skill lacking, but they do things like the very in-depth metagame, quote unquote in-depth metagame that is trying to be competitive. Like you don't do shit like that if you're trying to not be competitive. And so yeah, that's if you're going to be strategic, having builds based on the characters you're going against and being competitive in that way is something you can do.
Yeah. Also, like we said in the last video, not a fan of the term grapple. It's a close encounter. It's a last resort. Yes. So throwing it out there, grapple rework is kind of like we are still, it's not the last line of defense. They're not going back to, the tech test, stay in the shadows.
They for sure have taken what originally was the brand of the game, which is stealth, go slow, take it easy, be terrified of the family, and they have committed to a whole different direction. Right. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Maybe, being able to fight back in some degree can add a lot of entertainment value for people playing victims so much. Sure. There's a million arguments. Every time I say that grapple should be cut back, somebody's like, God, Jesus, family's getting...
Family man.
Family man. Yeah, victims have been nerfed since the start of the game. Every update. All right. Got it. But you still... The fear side of this game has just kind of, it's gone because of things like how powerful grapples can be. If you can constantly have a way to get out of things, you're not scared anymore. Yeah. So I'm hoping, in theory, if you're playing characters like Connie, Julie, Danny, and Virginia, and you don't have grapple builds on, that you are scared to encounter the family. Like, that's what I'm trying to bring back with the game. That's what I want to see. I want to see that side, the scary side of the game, because it was there. We all felt it at one point, and because of metas, literally just because of metas, that's gone away.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you're Julie or Danny or Virginia or Connie, and your instinct is to just instantly grapple when a family member gets close, now you got to think about it. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Am I going to win? What's my, do I have enough strength?
Yeah.
Is it worth it, or should I just run away?
By the way, the argument I just made for metas, can also be applied to family side very easily. Like if you're at the mill, a good example here, if you're at the mill and you have a team running the meta type of builds with characters, all they're going to do is camp the objectives. So the meta is telling you to do that. The meta wants you just to camp the objectives, run your same builds, and just do that. And that is not fun. It's not a replayable scenario. If your only goal is to win, and if you winning is what does it for you, every single game doing the same exact thing, if that does it for you, then it still is fun. Yeah. But dude, that's why I say Rush Week isn't going to last, because if you're constantly doing the attic escape in 2 seconds every time, there's going to be a period where that's fun. Look at me shitting on Johnny in 10 seconds. That will go away. So you need the replayability in there, and the metas are just really taken away from that. So
yeah, we've gone against a full family squad on the mill before, and we were victims. Yeah, and they just camped the objectives, would not commit to a chase, nothing. They won, and at the end we heard them go, like it was stressful. Like
you can just run it for like 35 minutes and you're in a constant loop. But if you do commit to the camp and you commit to your meta builds like that, eventually the result will be a win.
You're going to win 95 out of 100.
Yeah. Just, is that fun? I don't know. That's a subjective conversation. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just think there's more fun to be had. This is why I say just add custom games or add a hardcore mode. I think Rush Week is kind of proving that you can do more modes without breaking queues. Actually, on that first day of Rush Week, the queues got a lot cleaner, which I predicted, by the way. I want to say that I finally said something that was right, And it made sense because of rush week. The queue times balanced out for family and victim on the standard game mode. So that first day, you could go search standard. Doesn't matter which side you got in. And backfill was working. It was wow.
Obviously, like at the really low times, like a Tuesday night at 11:30 p.m. There's less players playing, and it's going to be a little bit harder to get in. But but
it's not even the total players; it's the lack of balance between who's playing what side. And that first day of rush week, it just kind of evened things out a little bit. And it led to good queue times over there and good backfill over there. So if you add a hardcore mode, it wouldn't break everything, in theory. So we'll see.
That's just theory.
Yeah, a game theory. But hey, that insubordinate. We always go on unnecessary tangents about this crap. You've heard it all before. So let us know your thoughts on the Grapple rework in the comments below. Is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? Are you gonna change your builds as a result? Because that's, I think, is the kind of the point. So we'll see.
And I don't know if we said it when it's releasing.
I did earlier, October 22nd.
Yeah. Tuesday.
Because we're out of time. Tuesday. Yeah. We're out of time for October for the events. So, okay, that's gonna wrap this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.